Allo, allo, it's Nia. Welcome to AI Creator World Podcast, the place where creators learn how to grow faster, build smarter, and turn artificial intelligence into real opportunity. Here, we explore powerful AI tools, content strategies, personal branding systems, and new ways to create income in the digital era. If you are building something online, you are in the right place. Let's begin.
Imagine for a second that you're just, I don't know, scrolling through your feed late at night. You stumble across this new creator, and they just instantly click with you.
Oh, totally. Like their aesthetic is just perfectly dialed in.
Exactly. They're sharing these incredibly insightful, hyper-specific tips, and when you look at the comments, they have this massive, super engaged community.
Right, like hundreds of thousands of people?
Yes, we're talking 100,000 followers who hang on their every word, they buy the products they recommend, and they're just eagerly waiting for the next post. So, you decide to follow them too. You feel this genuine connection.
Yeah, you feel like you know them.
Right. Except, and here's the crazy part, the person you are following doesn't actually exist.
It's why
They are entirely manufactured, just a very, very clever arrangement of pixels and code.
it is a totally wild scenario to try and wrap your head around, especially when you realize you've probably already interacted with one of these accounts without even knowing it.
Wait, really? You think most people already have?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, in 2026, this landscape is shifting so fast. Digital fame isn't just happening organically anymore. It's being systematically engineered from the ground up by people who have, basically cracked the underlying math of human attention.
And that is exactly our mission for this deep dive. We've got our hands on a really fascinating piece of source material today. It's an incredibly detailed 2026 guide from the AI Creator World team, and it's titled AI Influencers Grow Followers Fast in 2026. 9 Proven Growth Hacks.
It's a goldmine of a document.
It really is. What we're going to do is completely deconstruct the mechanical playbook these creators are using to build these massive audiences out of thin air. We were throwing away the old myth of getting lucky or going viral by accident.
Because that's just not how it works anymore.
Exactly. So if you're listening to this, get ready because we are revealing the cold, hard, compounding systems behind artificial influencer growth. Okay, let's unpack this.
Yeah, so to really graft how a totally fake persona can gain 100,000 real human followers, we have to fundamentally reframe how you think about social media algorithms.
Right. Because people just think it's magic.
Exactly. The biggest mistake anyone makes, whether they're a human creator or someone running an AI account, is treating the algorithm like a lottery ticket. Like they post randomly, cross their fingers, and just pray for a viral moment.
Hoping they just get picked by the algorithm gods.
Right. But the platforms aren't casinos. They're highly predictable machines, driven by 3 integrated mechanisms: discovery, retention, and social proof.
Okay, let's break those down for the listener really quick. So Discover is essentially the platform deciding to push your video to a total stranger's screen, right?
Yep, getting onto the For You page.
And then retention is your existing audience actually saving and sharing your stuff rather than just scrolling past it.
Which is huge.
And social proof, that's that crucial moment when someone lands on your profile, sees a healthy follower count and active comments, and subconsciously decides, okay, yeah, this person is worth my time.
Exactly. And the foundational element that activates all 3 of those mechanisms is actually something incredibly unsexy. It's relentless consistency.
Consistency, like just showing up.
Just showing up.
Yeah.
Platforms treat your posting consistency as a direct proxy for your content's quality. They use a mechanism called the topic authority signal.
Topic authority signal. Okay, how does that work?
Well, the guide breaks this down into a specific 90-day window. If an account posts, say, 3 to 5 times a week for 90 days straight, the algorithm categorizes that account as a reliable data source.
Wait, so just the sheer act of showing up consistently actually triggers a change in how the code treats you?
Yes, exactly. Because once you establish that topic authority signal, the platform fundamentally changes your distribution model.
Oh, wow.
Normally, a platform tests a new post on a tiny percentage of your existing followers first. But with high topic authority, the algorithm will actually pre-distribute your new content to a much larger test audience of non-followers before any engagement data even rolls in.
So you get an algorithmic head start just for being reliable?
You do.
I'm trying to visualize how the platform views the creator here. It's almost like, it's like a credit score.
Oh, that's a good way to put it.
Right. Like you don't just walk into a bank, ask nicely one time and get a massive mortgage. And you don't post one good video and get massive algorithmic reach.
Yeah. Exactly. You have to build it.
You build that credit score by making consistent, reliable deposits over 90 days. The algorithm is the loan officer. It needs to know you're good for it before it lends you its most valuable asset, which is its audience.
That is a phenomenal way to look at it. The algorithm is basically underwriting your account. And just like building financial credit, you have to crack the actual numbers that matter, not just the vanity metrics. The guide emphasizes that if you're starting this process, you need to stop obsessing over your daily follower count.
Because it's a lagging indicator, right?
Right,
Like
yeah.
if you're staring at your follower count every morning, you're essentially looking at the past.
Exactly.
The real metrics the guide tells us to watch are way more granular. Like for video content, you need to track your watch-through rate. That is the absolute most important signal.
By far.
And then there's the save rate for static carousels. Because if a user hits save, it signals to the platform that this content has evergreen value, which keeps it circulating for weeks.
Yeah, saves are like digital gold.
And finally, your profile visit to follow conversion. I mean, if 1,000 people watch your reel, click to your page, and nobody hits follow, well, your bio or your grid is actively turning people away.
Right. And here is the brutal reality that causes so many beginners to just quit. There's typically a 2 to 4 week lag time between your core metrics spiking and your follower count actually moving.
A 2 to 4 week lag, that's forever in internet time.
I know. Your watch-through rate might double this afternoon, but the algorithm needs to see that sustained performance before it opens the floodgates. You might not see the follower explosion for another month. You just have to trust the mechanics of the system.
But just listening to this, I mean, a 90-day streak, 3 to 5 posts a week, constantly monitoring watch-through rates, it sounds completely exhausting.
It does.
How does a creator physically maintain that kind of output without burning out, especially when the person they're posting as doesn't even exist? They have to manufacture the photos, the videos, the voice, everything.
They survive through ruthless content batching. This is Growth Hack 3 in the guide. They are not waking up on a Tuesday morning wondering what to post.
Oh, thank God. Right.
They operate a highly structured, weekly sprint. The guide details this 2 to 3 hour factory line that generates a full week of daily content, leaving the creator with literally zero daily production effort.
Okay, let's actually walk the listener through this exact AI tool stack because the way these programs lock together is mind-blowing. Let's say it's Sunday morning. Step 1, you open ChatGPT.
Yep.
And you don't just ask it for random ideas. You feed it your niche, and it spits out all your content briefs, your video scripts, and your captions for the entire week. That takes, what, maybe 30 minutes?
If that, yeah.
Then step 2, you take the visual prompts ChatGPT just wrote, and you feed them into Midjourney to generate the actual images of your AI character.
And this is where the technical nuance really matters.
Yeah.
To prevent what the industry calls character drift.
Yeah.
Where your AI persona suddenly looks 5 years older or has a totally different nose in the next picture.
Or it would be a dead giveaway.
Exactly. To prevent that, you use specific seed numbers and character reference features in Midjourney. It forces the AI to lock onto a single, stable bone structure and facial identity.
Okay, so you have a consistent face. Step 3, you take that static image and your ChatGPT script and you drop them both into Hagen.
Which is where the magic happens.
Truly. Hagen isolates the mouth and eyes of that static image and artificially animates them to match the phonemes of the audio script. It literally breathes life into the picture.
It's eerie how good it is.
Then, step 4, you export that video into CapCut to auto-generate those dynamic, fast-moving captions and add some sound effects. Step 5, you use Canva for your static graphics, locking in a strict color palette.
Always got to have the branding on point.
Right, and finally, you dump the entire week's worth of files into a scheduler like Buffer or Later. Boom! 2 hours later, your AI influencer is scheduled to live and breathe all week long.
It's a complete digital assembly line.
But wait, I have to push back here.
Go for it.
If you're just running prompts through ChatGPT and Hagen for 2 hours, doesn't the end result feel incredibly robotic and soulless? Why would anyone actually follow that?
That's the core psychological question of this entire phenomenon.
Yeah.
And it brings us right to Growth Act 2, storytelling and character branding.
Okay, tell me how they fix the robot problem.
They fix it by understanding that the human brain is wired for narrative, not necessarily reality. They engineer what psychologists call parasocial attachment.
Parasocial attachment, so like
Yeah.
a one-sided relationship.
Exactly. The creators treat their AI not as a tech demo, but as a character in a television show. They write a strict, highly documented character brief. They give the AI a very specific linguistic voice.
Like what?
Like maybe she's slightly sarcastic, or maybe he's incredibly vulnerable and empathetic.
So they are deliberately programming flaws and personality quirks into the code.
Precisely. Because perfection doesn't build connection. Relatability does. And they construct these relatable narratives by engineering 30-day challenge arcs.
Oh, like those fitness challenges you see everywhere.
Right. They don't just have the AI spit out isolated fitness tips. They write a script where the AI says, hey, I've been struggling with my flexibility, so join me on this 30-day yoga challenge.
Well,
And over the next 30 days, they script the AI to express frustration, share minor victories, and even ask the audience for advice. The human brain processes that narrative vulnerability the exact same way it processes a real human's vulnerability.
that is fascinating. The brain just accepts the narrative arc. I mean, I guess it's no different than crying when a fictional character dies in a movie.
Exactly.
You know, the actor didn't really die, but the emotional response is completely genuine.
Okay, so we have a believable, consistent persona, and we have the Sunday morning production factory to keep them alive.
Yep.
But how do we actually get users to stop scrolling and pay attention to them in the first place?
Well, short-form video is the primary engine for new audience acquisition here. But the battle is won or lost in the first 2 seconds.
2 seconds.
Literally 2 seconds. If you do not short-circuit the user's scrolling thumb instantly, they swipe away, your watch-through rate tanks, and the algorithm just buries you.
Here's where it gets really interesting. The guide doesn't just say, make a good intro. It lists 4 highly specific hook frameworks. The frameworks are so mechanical.
First, the bold claim. This one simple morning habit doubled my income. Second, the surprising fact. Most people don't know that bananas share 50% of their DNA with humans.
I always click on those.
Right. Third, the direct promise. Watch this before you buy your next car. And fourth, the pattern interrupt.
And that pattern interrupt is particularly crucial for AI creators.
Why is that?
Because it's not about the text on the screen. It's about presenting a visually unexpected opening frame that breaks the visual monotony of the feed. It forces the brain to pause and ask, wait, what am I looking at?
Just long enough for the actual hook to register.
Exactly, just long enough to grab them.
And once you've stopped their thumb, you have to ride the platform's momentum. Let's talk about trending sounds.
Oh, this is a big one.
Because I see people slapping trending audio on their videos all the time, but if you're just copying everyone else, doesn't the algorithm eventually punish you for being unoriginal?
It absolutely does if you use it incorrectly. The strategy here is highly mechanical. You have a strict 48-hour window from the moment a sound starts trending on the discovery feed.
48 hours?
Yeah. After that, the distribution boost decays because the platform just becomes saturated. But the secret isn't just using the sound. It's pairing that trending sound with hyper-niche educational content.
Ah, so you don't just do the little trending dance.
No. If you're an AI finance influencer, you use the trending audio in the background. But the video itself is a highly specific tutorial on tax deductions.
Okay, that makes sense.
That combination is lethal. It earns the trending audio boost from the platform, which gets you that wide distribution. But the niche content acts as a filter.
Oh, because it tells the algorithm exactly who is watching the whole video, which refines your topic authority signal for the next time you post.
Okay.
And to keep that momentum going, the source outlines target posting frequencies for beginners. Like if your account is under 10,000 followers, you should be aiming for 5 to 7 reels per week on TikTok and 3 to 4 per week on Instagram.
Which, as we established, is totally doable with a 2-hour Sunday batching.
Right. But producing great videos with great hooks still isn't enough, is it? A view is passive. You have to actively force the platforms to categorize your content and force your audience into deeper engagement.
Exactly. You can't just sit back and wait.
Let's dive into that. How do you force discoverability? The guide points to SEO search engine optimization as the most underutilized tool for beginner AI accounts. And it starts with growth hack 4. The hashtag stack method.
Yeah, you don't just throw 20 random tags at the bottom of a post anymore. You have to build a tiered structure.
The tiered structure.
Think of it like a funnel. You start with 2 to 3 broad tags, the massive ones with over 500,000 posts.
Right?
Those give you a tiny, brief spike in immediate visibility.
Okay, got it.
Then you layer on 5 to 6 mid-tier tags holding between 50,000 and 500,000 posts. Those offer more sustainable reach over a few days. Finally, you add 3 to 4 hyper-niche tags with under 50,000 posts.
Why do those tiny niche tags matter so much? I think you just want the biggest ones.
It's because of shelf life. A broad tag gets you 10 seconds of fame. But in a niche tag, your post might stay at the top of the Explore page for a whole week, and it hits the most targeted, highly converting audience possible.
That makes total sense.
But hashtags are really only half the battle. Caption SEO is arguably more critical now.
Yeah, the guide is very strict about this. Your primary keyword absolutely must be in the very first sentence of the caption. Why is the placement so important? Does the algorithm literally read it differently?
Yes, because social media platforms are search engines now. Gen Z uses TikTok and Instagram like Google.
Right, they search for recommendations instead of Googling them.
Exactly. So the platform's indexing bots prioritize the first few words of a caption to understand what the video is actually about. If your keyword is front-loaded, you dramatically improves your visibility in standard search results.
Meaning your content keeps getting discovered months after the initial algorithmic push fades. So SEO gets your video onto someone's screen. But how do these creators manipulate the algorithm into thinking the audience is actively obsessed with the content? Let's talk about the DM engagement loop. This is hack 6. This part blew my mind.
Oh, this is my favorite part. They recommend using an automation tool called ManyChat.
This is such a massive growth lever. Instead of passively asking people to like and subscribe, you offer a tangible, highly desirable resource for free.
Yeah, let's walk through the mechanics of how this looks in practice.
Okay, so you post a video, and the caption says something like, comment the word tools below, and I will DM you my complete 2026 AI starter kit. What happens next is just a mechanical chain reaction.
Right, so one person comments tools. The ManyChat software instantly detects that keyword and automatically sends them a direct message with the link to the kit.
Which is awesome for them.
But it also auto-replies to their comment. Suddenly, a second person sees it and comments, tools. Then 5 people. Then 50.
And what does the algorithm think when it sees 50 comments pop up in 10 minutes?
The algorithm's sensors just trip entirely. It sees explosive, rapid-fire engagement and assumes this piece of content is incredibly culturally relevant.
So it pushes it harder.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It immediately widens the distribution pool, pushing the video to the broader Explore page, which drives even more comments. You are artificially inducing a viral loop.
It's brilliant. It's totally manufactured virality. And once you have this highly optimized piece of content driving automated DMs, you squeeze every single drop of value out of it through cross-platform syndication, which is hack 7.
Because you don't need to create separate videos for every single app.
Right. You create an Instagram reel, then 24 to 48 hours later, you adapt it for TikTok. But there is a massive turf war happening here that the guide warns about.
Oh yeah, you absolutely must remove the Instagram watermark before you post it to TikTok.
They will catch you.
They will. If TikTok's image recognition software detects that little Instagram camera logo dancing around on your video, they will actively suppress your reach.
What?
The platforms are aggressively punishing recycled content if it blatantly promotes a competitor.
So you strip the watermark, post it to TikTok, and then YouTube Shorts. The guide highlights YouTube Shorts as the most underutilized secret weapon of 2026. If the competition is lower there, why aren't more people using it?
What's fascinating here is it's not just about lower competition. It's about the back-end infrastructure. Google owns YouTube.
Okay.
That means your YouTube Shorts are directly indexed in the standard Google search results. A TikTok video essentially dies after 48 hours. But a well-optimized YouTube Short, that can surface on the first page of a Google search for a specific question 3 years from now.
Oh, wow. So the compounding ROI is unmatched.
It's incredible.
Okay, let's take a breath and just look at the machine we've built here.
It's a lot.
We have the consistent 90-day pipeline to build our algorithmic credit score. We have the character brief, keeping the AI relatable.
Oh.
We have the psychological hooks, the tiered SEO, the automated DM funnels driving engagement, and the cross-platform syndication. The machine is humming.
It's a well-oiled machine.
So now, how do we push it into overdrive and actually generate revenue from a fake person?
This is where we get to hacks 8 and 9. To scale this up, creators move to A/B testing and the 7-day challenge. A/B testing is how you convert your subjective gut feelings into objective, hard data.
And the golden rule the guide emphasizes for A/B testing is statistical isolation.
Yeah. You test exactly one variable at a time.
Right. If you post a video with a new hook, different music, and a new aesthetic all at once, and it flops, you have zero idea which change ruined it.
Exactly. You post 2 variants in the same week, wait 72 hours for the data to settle, and then compare.
And through this rigorous testing, the AI Creator World team noticed a very clear trend across all niches. Reels earn you reach, but carousels earn you saves.
It's such a consistent pattern.
Yeah.
Reels get your face in front of millions of non-followers.
Because of that short-form discovery engine.
Right. But a highly detailed, multi-slide carousel is what people bookmark and save to their folders. That signals deep value to the algorithm and brings them back to your profile.
So you need the Reels for acquisition and the carousels for retention.
Exactly. And when you finally have your best-performing formats partially dialed in, you deploy Hack 9, the 7-day rapid growth challenge. This is the momentum spike.
Oh, I love this part.
Think of this challenge less like pouring gasoline on a fire and more like setting off emergency flares in every single room of a house simultaneously.
That is such a great visual. You're tripping every single sensor the platform has.
Exactly. For 7 days straight, the checklist is relentless.
You're posting a highly optimized feed piece. You are dropping 3 daily stories utilizing interactive polls to force engagement.
Yes.
You're leaving substantive, character-voiced comments on 5 other major accounts in your niche. You activate a new DM funnel, and you execute a collab post with another creator.
Right. So the algorithm sensors for stories, DMs, comments, and reels, they all trigger at the exact same time. It has no choice but to categorize you as a platform VIP.
And the momentum from that one intense week can carry your account's organic growth for months.
It really can. And once you achieve that escape velocity, you transition your audience into the monetization timeline.
Yes, let's talk cash. The guide outlines specific follower milestones for when to trigger different income streams. Day 1, literally with 0 followers, you can start affiliate marketing.
It's the easiest entry point.
You put a link in your bio recommending the software you use, and if one person clicks it, you take a cut.
Simple. Then, once you hit the 1,000 to 2,000 follower mark, that is when you launch your first digital product. Because you have the ManyChat automated DM funnel, you can seamlessly deliver a $10 prompt library or a template set straight to their inbox.
Incredible. At 3,000 to 5,000 followers, you start doing outbound brand partnership pitches. Because you've been tracking your watch through and save rates, you actually have a professional media kit with hard engagement data to show sponsors.
Brands love that data.
And finally, when you hit 5,000 to 10,000 followers, you activate a paid subscription community for your most loyal fans.
But if you're listening to all of this, the natural question is about the timeline. How long does it actually take for this mechanical system to produce a 10,000 follower business?
I was wondering the exact same thing.
Right.
If I sit down this Sunday, boot up ChatGPT and Hagen, and build my 2-hour factory, when am I quitting my day job?
The source addresses this directly based on their data. If you maintain a consistent watch-through rate above 50% on your videos,
Which is high, but doable.
right, and you execute these daily mechanics relentlessly without breaking the 90-day streak, an account can typically hit 1,000 highly engaged followers in 60 to 90 days.
Wow.
And from there, the compounding effect takes over. It scales to 10,000 followers in 6 to 12 months.
That is unbelievably fast to build a monetized audience, let alone doing it with a persona that didn't even exist a year ago.
It is fast, but it requires absolute robotic commitment to the underlying mechanics.
And if you're listening today, I think that is the core takeaway of this entire deep dive. Building a massive AI influencer account isn't about magic. It's not about hoping a celebrity retweets you.
Definitely not.
It is about executing a boring, reliable, compounding 90-day system. It's the credit score. You make your consistent deposits, you optimize your visual hooks, you run your automated DM funnels, and you just trust the math to do the heavy lifting.
It is the ultimate triumph of consistency and strategy over serendipity.
It really is. But before we wrap up today, I want to leave you with a thought to chew on. We've spent this whole time deconstructing how easy it is to mechanize human connection.
Yeah.
If an AI influencer, a literal digital phantom built in 2 hours on a Sunday morning using text prompts, if that AI can mechanically optimize narrative vulnerability and build deep community loyalty better than a human working 24/7.
It's a scary thought.
What does that mean for the future definition of authenticity online? If our brains literally can't tell the difference between a real struggle and a scripted 30-day challenge, are we moving toward a world where the most relatable, quote-unquote, human creators we follow are actually just really well-prompted algorithm?
It definitely forces us to question what it actually means to be real when we log on.
It really does. Next time you find yourself deeply relating to a creator on your feed, just take a second to wonder if there's a real person behind the camera or just a very smart script. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive. We'll catch you next time.
Thank you for listening to AI Creator World Podcast. If you found this episode valuable, make sure to follow the podcast, subscribe on YouTube, and share this episode with another creator who is building their future online. For deeper guides, AI tools, and step-by-step growth strategies, visit our website at aicreatorworld.net. And remember, in the age of artificial intelligence, creators who learn faster will lead the future. See you in the next episode. Bye!